life as a woman in Taliban-ruled Afghanistan just got even more restrictive. The Taliban rulers have now ratified a so-called morality law that tightens repression against women. This includes measures such as banning their voices from being heard in public places and their faces from being seen in the streets. The women will now have to cover their faces under the mandatory full face veil. This is the first formal declaration of laws on vice and virtue since the group retook power by force in August 2021, following the withdrawal of US troops from the country. According to a document released by the Taliban, the laws introduced are necessary for women so that their faces and bodies are covered to avoid temptations. The document further states that women should not wear attractive, tight, or revealing clothes. Women are also forbidden from using cosmetics or perfume. One of the most severe measures is to prevent women from speaking in public. This includes activities such as singing, reciting, or speaking into a microphone. The new law even prohibits women from looking at men who they are not related to. Many of the dress-related restrictions have been in place over the past 3 years, but this law provides the first legal basis for enforcing them. Meanwhile, the Taliban claims that the media around the world are blowing things out of proportions.
First of all, the picture is not what is being portrayed by some media. For example, we have about 150,000 women, nurses, lady doctors in the Ministry of Public Health. We have 90,000 teachers in the Ministry of Education. Similarly, we have women employees, officials in the Ministry of Interior, as a policewoman. In the investigation section, we have women. We have women in the National ID Department, women in other, also in the Education Ministry, their offices, and others where they are needed.
However, strict laws are not only limited to women. For men, they cannot wear ties, not trim their beards below the length of a fist under their chin. Men can't even comb their hair. As regards to their role in public spaces, men cannot look at, let alone approach women to whom they are not related to. Bus drivers must refuse transport to female passengers who are not accompanied by a man. Penalties for any of these violations include counseling, warnings of divine punishment, verbal threats, confiscation of property, detention from 1 hour to 3 days in public jails, and any other punishment deemed appropriate. If these measures fail to correct an individual's behavior, he or she would be referred to court for further action. The Taliban believes that the law is in accordance with the Islamic Sharia law. Reports suggest that the Taliban has arrested more than 13,000 people in the past year for violating morality laws. The return of Taliban has brought about immense challenges across the country, but perhaps none as profound as the stifling of women's freedom and suppression of their voices. Bureau Report, India Today Global.